Why are we leafleting? Okay, so there's a couple things you want to keep in mind when you're leafleting. Don't make any assumptions about people, right? So don't assume that they're automatically not going to be on your team. Don't assume that they automatically are. Don't assume you know their gender. Don't assume you know their stories. Don't assume you know their history. Don't assume anything. The only thing that you can assume is that this is a person that you would like to meet and you would like to engage with. Right? That's the only assumption you should make. And you should approach everybody with an open mind and an open heart. Okay? You're going to give people flyers, right? Where are you all going to get them? Where are you going to get them? So, I've done a lot of leafleting in my life, because it's one of my favorite things to do. It's second only to home visits, which I love even more. But, to me, the paper is the least important thing. You want to have a paper as like a prop, so you have a reason to walk up to a person. But the purpose of the leafleting is to talk to people. Right? The purpose is to find some people, find them to get them engaged with you, figure out who they are, figure out their name, their phone number, so you can do a more in-depth follow-up with them, right? You're not looking for a huge group. You're not looking to move the entire workplace into your struggle, not right yet, later. But you want to get a couple of 5, 6, maybe people who are, as Ed calls them, live wires. So, to that end, we have a website. Southern Workers Assembly has a website that has flyers. All you got to do is open up the flyer and print it on out. And if you don't have any money to print them, you can email Ben and say, we have a request for funding, okay? And we have a little bit of money set aside to help people pay for flyers. The other way to do it, the way I always do it, is because I was with the nurses union for, ever. I just call up my pals at the nurses union and I'm like, can I come run some photocopies at your office? So if you've got a union hall somewhere near you and you've got a friend that works there, unions are so happy to have us out there talking to workers in non-union workplaces. They're always like, sure, you want 100 copies? Absolutely. And if you don't have a union hall near you, or if you don't have any friends that work there, try to meet them, or call up Ben and see if he'll give you some money so you can go over to wherever, FedEx, Kinko's, or wherever happens to be near you to make copies. Ben's like, no, not true. It is true, of course, he's got it. So, what I'm going to do is, everybody take a blank piece of paper out of your folder, because it doesn't matter what the flyer says. Right? It really doesn't matter. What you're doing is trying to engage with people and get their name, get their phone number. So I'm going to do a little demo of what I would do when I walk up to somebody that's at a workplace. Hey, I'm Libby. I'm with the Southern Workers Assembly. We're talking to workers about making some changes at your workplace. You interested in talking about that? Yes, I am. Okay. Can I have your name and number? Now, if you don't have a little notepad in your back pocket, which I advise that you do, but I always forget, I got show us your notepad. He always has it. I always forget. So I just flip on the other side of the flyer, and I write down their name and phone number, and I make sure I don't give out that flyer to anybody. I make sure I keep that flyer. And so, really what you're looking for is a super quick interaction and getting the name and the phone number, because they're on their way into work, and they don't have a lot of time to talk to you. And you're going to do a follow-up call later anyway, hopefully that night or the next day, right away. Okay? So here's what I want everybody, any questions? Yes?
So a lot of workplaces have private parking lots. So if you want to go in, the most you're going to get is like 5 to 10 seconds past through their car window, because all you have access to is the public sidewalk, and they have a private parking lot. And so you only have 5 to 10 seconds because they're driving in their car. How do you make that 10 seconds most meaningful?
Time me. Timing.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Libby. I'm with the Southern Workers Assembly. We're talking to workers about changing their workplace. You got any interest in talking about that? How long did that take?
About 7 seconds.
7
Yeah.
seconds. All right. The minute they say yes, you ask them to pull over and give them your phone number. Give you their phone number, right? If they say nope, just stick the flyer in the window and off they will go. Right? You're not going to get a phone number from every person. But if you got 3, 4 phone numbers, call it a successful day. Okay? Actually, even one, call it a successful day. Did you ask and they said no? All right. So, figure in a 30-minute shift change, you're going to be able to talk to 20 people. So 19 of them are going to say no. Right? Hopefully 20 don't say no. But probably 19 or 18 are going to say no. And so I was like, oh, I hate to be rejected. But I'm like, oh, so for every 9 times that I ask, that's getting me closer to the person that's going to say yes, right? Because you got to ask 10, 12, right? So I'm like counting up my nose because I know a yes is coming, right? So just keep asking, keep asking, keep asking. Aaron had a great idea. He used to work at Amazon. He has a vest. So he buys himself a couple of minutes before security figures out he doesn't really work there. So when the police come is kind of a multifolded question. The first is you have to do what Michelle said. You have to prepare. You have to know where the public property is and where the private property line starts, so that you're on public property when you're leafleting to the extent that you can be. The second thing that you want to do is you want to be able to, you're only going to be there for 30 minutes, really, right? Shift change is 30 minutes. So you're only going to be there 30 minutes. So you want to be able to engage the police with, oh, I thought we were on public property. Oh, you're saying we're on private property? Where's the line? Blah, blah, blah. So you have your brigade leafleting while you're engaging. Right? Oh, I thought we were on public property. Oh, what do you mean we can't be on private property? Where's the line of private property? Blah, blah, blah. Like, go on and on and on. I cannot tell you how many times a police officer has said to me, you can't possibly be this stupid. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I don't understand. I thought this was a sidewalk. This isn't a sidewalk? Oh, I thought we did. And so the longer that you can engage, and then when your 30 minutes are up and the shift has started, like, wrap it up and out you go. And so that's one thing. The other possibility, though, is if the police get aggressive with you, leave. Just leave. Go back another day. Go to a different work site. You do not want to, like, we're not here like, oh yeah, let's go have a fight with the police. The workers are going to be like, I'm not talking to them. Right? You don't want to scare the workers. You want to separate out and engage the police someplace separate from where you are or where the brigade is at, and you want to get your 30 minutes in. And that's, we're not, I kind of view the police as a non-factor in these questions, because you can either separate them out, you can disengage them, or you can move on to another place.
Hello, brothers and sisters and comrades. I just want to address what Lily was talking about. Anybody that knows me, I have like a magnet for the police. They love me, right? But they don't deter me from these workplaces. And I do want to say, when we go to these workplaces, you have to be strategic. You have to have a plan. I've organized work sites for hours in a day and had the police called on me. One thing about it being strategic, you don't want them stopping your flow. So you have a point man that's going to deal with them, usually it's me. And you better know your constitutional rights. They will try to intimidate you, they will try to threaten you, but guess what? We all going to jail today then, because you're not going to violate my rights. And they wind up leaving. And we still out there. The reason why I say this is because you have an audience, and it's the workers. They're already scared anyway. When they see you cower and tuck your tail and haul ass, they're not going to stand up. But when they seeing that you out there standing up for them, they get empowered in the moment. So I just want to say, look, we're in a war right now. We're in a working class war right now. When I say cadre, I mean the people in the workplace, the ones that are solid, The ones that ain't no Judas and you can trust them. Y'all got each other's backs. Y'all gonna move mountains. I just want to keep it like that. Peace.